Hello, everyone, and welcome to Those Working Fangirls, where we talk all things nerdy book, TV, movie, pop culture, fandoms, and how they integrate into our adult lives. I'm Natasha.
And I'm Christine.
And today we are chatting all about Wicked for Good. This movie came out. I was trying to do the no good deed, like
No. I can't even pull it up in my head easily.
No good deed comes unpunished. We came out this weekend, and we're going to be digging into all our thoughts. We will be discussing spoilers at the end of the episode, so you can stay for most of this episode. As per usual, we will let you know when they're deep dive.
Yeah, when the main discussion hits, probably about like the 50-minute mark is when we'll let you know that spoilers are coming. But right now, we've got a lot of different things to talk about, of course, and today we are premiering a new segment called Behind the Scenes with Tasha and Christine, where we interview people from the industry about a new show or a new movie or maybe convention, any of that jazz. All this behind the scenes stuff is going to be included now in our new segment, which will be at the end of the episode. So after the main discussion, there will be Behind the Scenes with Tasha and Christine. And today we have a really special guest, Meghan Gallagher, who is the writer and creator of a new show on Peacock called All Her Fault, starring Sarah Snook and Dakota Fanning.
Yes, we watched the whole show.
Yes. It's a thriller, and it is just sucks you in good from the second you start it. And it was so cool to speak with the writer creator.
Yeah.
So, and it's based off of a book called All Her Fault. And yeah, so stay tuned for that at the end of the episode.
I have a suggestion.
Go ahead.
What if we did Behind the Scenes with Tosh and Teen?
No.
Why?
I hate the name Teen, and I'm not doing that.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
I'm sorry. It hurts me from an adult's mouth.
Fine.
I don't want to be called Teen unless it's a child.
I guess if an adult, my family now calls me TT because Bowie calls me TT.
I could never call you TT.
I know, but my whole family does now. Like, Sailor's on the phone. She's like, I'm on the phone with TT.
Well, she has a youth near her a lot, so.
Alex does it now, too. He goes, like, when he needs something, he's like, TT.
Oh, my God. Anyway, I'm Christine.
Okay. That's fine. My name gets shortened to Tosh, but you could have your whole name.
You can be Natasha. At first, it was Natasha and Christine. I just thought it rolled off the tongue really well with Tasha and Christine.
Yeah, it would roll off the tongue.
It rhymes.
If it was Tosh and Teen.
It rhymes either way. No, it doesn't. Teen feels hard to say.
Fine. Tasha and Christine. Anyways, also, it's going to be a fun episode. So, as per usual, we are going to roll right into Snap, Crackle, Pop culture news. But, if you want to skip it, it's fine. It's not going to hurt our feelings or anything. But there are timestamps in the show notes if you want to skip to the main discussion. Christine, what do we have for our news today?
Yeah, or if you want to skip to that interview with Meghan, that's also timestamped. Okay, today there was a Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping trailer that dropped a full year before the movie. And it was so fucking good. Goose full body chills. It is an excellent trailer. And it just really captures, I think all of the first Hunger Games trailers for every movie have really, well, actually, except for Ballad, have really captured the essence of the strife of these movies, Like, the first shot is Glenn Close being rolled out as this ancient, looking Effie Trinket character that needs to retire. And she just looks like she's gotten so much surgery. She's basically like Frank and Effie, I feel like I saw bolts in her neck.
You know what? It also kind of reminded me of from Doctor Who, just
The stretched piece of skin. Like she's literally rolled out on a plank, like she's a corpse, and then she's like, "Put me down."
moisturize me. Yes.
Siobhan says the way Josh Hutcherson hasn't been denying that he's asked in the movie. Yeah, no, I think Josh Hutcherson and Jen are both
There was
having
a rumor
cameo
that they were
toward the end
filming.
of this movie. Yeah. Because if you don't know, Sunrise on the Reaping follows Haymitch's games, the 50th Hunger Games. And if you don't remember, that Hunger Games has double the amount of tributes because it's a quarter quell. So they do something crazy, and this crazy is having gajillion million. So instead of 24 tributes, there's 48. Like, that's a crazy amount of kids.
You have 4 from each district.
Yeah, but it makes for this dynamic where like alliances are formed and there's a lot of different groups, which is really fun because it's ripe for alliances. There's a lot of people. And just seeing everybody, like the countdown where they kind of did a 50s-esque or 60s-esque edit over everyone's face where it was like 10, 9, and like the aspect ratio is changing like they did with Katniss, and you see Haymitch look over at who's the other kid, the younger kid from his district.
Oh,
yeah, I don't want to even say. Yes, and it's just, and McKenna Grace is there.
Okay, and McKenna Grace threw me. I was like, oh, I forgot.
You didn't know she was playing Maisie or Maisie?
No, I remembered. I'm just like, oh, McKenna Grace, there she is. She's just in everything.
This is her time to shine. She's really just coming out in everything. But yeah, it was wild seeing everybody and seeing the comps, the edits, the fan edits of like the side-by-side Effies and the side-by-side. Did you see President Snow?
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh my God. It's just wild. And Plutarch, they just did a really good job. The side-by-sides were really good and just blowing my mind with the fan edits. I was just like, they're slaying. And every single Hunger Games movie has been done so incredibly well. I just think that this series is so solid. Like, they just did such a good job with it all around, and I'm so excited for this movie. And I know it's going to be devastating, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, I do really like how it kind of, this century kind of vaguely correlates with different styles from our past century, you know, like the way that things look.
It's like more, like our time ish, but not.
Ish, but not. Yeah, it's got like a twist on it. Yeah, I like it. All right, what else we have on the news?
Okay, what did I have down here? Oh my gosh, we forgot to talk about this last week, but Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are back for Mummy 4.
This is wild. Do you think Brendan Fraser is going to try to get ripped again, or is he just going to be himself?
No, I think he's going to get ripped. I think I need him to. He already looks great. Like this new movie he's coming out with him like in Japan. I want to see that really bad.
Yeah,
he already looks amazing. I do think they should put a wig on him so that he could have the hair again.
Yeah.
But like he already looks great, and I'm already excited for it. Like him next to Rachel Weisz, you know, she's just fucking stunning. So
yeah, she really is.
She really hasn't aged. It's so like I have always been obsessed with the Mummy movies. Like that is one of my comfort movies, number 1 and number 2. The third one is bad. They didn't get Rachel Weisz for it. Maria Bello played her character.
My mind just completely erased the third movie after I watched it.
I'm just like, no. So I hope I mean, if Rachel is back, I know they're going to make it good. So yeah, I'm excited for this and I can't wait.
Yeah. Siobhan says, I don't know if everyone's following the Jonas Brothers, but Kevin Jonas just released his first solo song, and I'm so proud of him. Wait, is he singing on a Jonas Brothers song like he talked about, or does he have a solo song? That's so cool. Either way, proud of him. I'm proud of Kevin coming into the spotlight. It's a Kevin Jonas song. Oh my God.
Aww.
Gonna have to listen to that today. I saw that Demi Lovato has a new album coming out, or that came out too, and I completely missed it. Called It's Not That Serious or something.
Oh, well,
Kevin Jonas' single is called Changing, if anyone wants to know.
okay. Well, speaking of Disney stars who have music, Hilary Duff just announced a full album in the first, like, she hasn't had an album in 10 years. It's called Luck or something.
Yeah, Luck, or something.
And it's coming February 20th.
Woo! Very exciting. All right, I've got a big announcement. I think I'm going to cut this clip for the TFF socials for the book tour here for everyone who hasn't heard. But I've got a big announcement.
What?
There's a book tour coming for 30 Flirty and Forever Alone in January 2026. I am going to be in Collingswood, New Jersey on January 7th. And if you haven't heard, the time was moved to 7 p.m. The venue has been moved down the street to the Upcycle Fitness and Social Club. So there are tickets available again because it's sold out because the store is kind of small. So it's moved. They're available. And it's at 7 p.m. on January 7th in conversation with Hannah Nicole Maeher. And then on January 9th, I'm going to be in Memphis, Tennessee with Kelsey Impicciche, friend of the pod. Woo! And that's going to be at Novel Memphis at 6 p.m. And there's an RSVP link. And if you are coming, the store would really appreciate if you RSVP'd so they can gauge how to prep for the event, how many people. And then on January 11th in Austin, Texas, me and Natasha are going to be there. I'm in conversation with Natasha Polis. TFF is taking Austin, and we are going to be at Lark and Owl Booksellers at 7 p.m. There are tickets to that linked in the bio or in the show notes, wherever you are. And then on January 14th, I will be in Los Angeles at the Ripped Bodice at 7 p.m. in conversation with Olivia Blake. And there are tickets for that linked as well. We're so excited. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait to celebrate my new child, 30, Flirty, and Forever Alone. It feels like I'm birthing it as a full adult because she is 30.
She's a full adult now.
Yeah, and I have conversation partners at every stop, which is so exciting. I'm so happy you're coming to Austin.
Lots of friends. I know. I'm so happy I'm coming too. It's like a little TFF getaway.
Yes. Okay, in the chat, Christy is mentioning Sabrina Carpenter, and I do have this on the news, Christy. Sabrina wrapped her short and sweet tour in La La Land last night, and she arrested Miss Piggy at her last stop.
That's amazing.
If my intel from the socials is correct. But I can't believe that tour went on for so long. I just wasn't expecting it to go a whole nother year.
Yeah. How long? 2 years or a year and a half?
Yeah. It was a year. But like it started last year in like September.
Okay.
And it's ending this year in November. So it went for a long time. Yeah. And she had 2 albums come out. So
yeah, it's wild.
It morphed.
I know. She's like, now they're all wondering when Man's Best Friend tour is going to drop.
I don't think she's going to drop that immediately if she just got off a year-long tour.
No, I think she's going to take a little break.
She might have another album first.
Yeah, drop before. Okay, so big news for all the Peter Pan girlies from back in the day. This is wild. The actors from 2003 Peter Pan, Jeremy Sumpter, and the actress who played Wendy, Rachel Hurdwood, are going to be in a rom-com called Strawberry Roan, and it's written by Courtney Page and Julia Mulberry. It's based on a true event. It follows a devoted horse enthusiast and a failed stock market trader who drained their modest savings to chase a dream across the border. Determined to start a horse sanctuary in Mexico, the young couple embarks on a journey they imagine will change their lives for the better. But as love and ambition collide, they learn
Change for the better.
They would learn to what? The richest reward isn't the future they imagined, and trust, courage, and connection discover on the road together. Wild.
What?
Wild.
Wow, it's the horse romance. But horse girls rise.
Lily, I just saw the what's it called? The tag word, the title for what is it called?
What are you talking about? You haven't given me any descriptors.
When the headline. I just saw the headline and I was like, oh my gosh, Jeremy and Wendy, Peter and Wendy.
Peter and Wendy. Oh.
And then I started reading about the movie and I was like,
Yeah, it's interesting. It wouldn't usually be my cup of tea.
No.
Neither was Peter Pan though, so.
Kristen and I were talking about this last night. Like, I was in love with Jeremy Sumpter when I was a young one.
See, I didn't care. I remember thinking he looked like he was so pretty that he almost looked like a girl. And also that I don't like Peter Pan. And I haven't talked about my dislike for Peter Pan. It doesn't come up much because not many people talk about Peter Pan unless like a Peter Pan movie is coming out or they're talking about wanting to be a mermaid or like having crushes on the mermaids. But like that movie, he annoyed me. And also the alligator and the ticking clock really freaked me out. Oh my gosh. Like that's something I do really remember being scared of, that alligator and the clock.
I just remember my entire Girl Scout troop went to the theater to watch this movie and we all fell in love with him. We were also in third grade, so we were like 9, I think.
Yeah, so I was 12 and I don't know. I don't like boys much. I feel like this is also a thing. There's a lot of boys in that movie and there's one girl and they never like fall in love.
I mean, you could say the same thing for Harry Potter. It's all about the boys and we got one girl.
No, but Hermione is a huge character and Wendy's just like bullied by boys. I hate those boys. They're annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like Hermione's really smart and a huge part of the plot and nothing would happen without her.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And also Professor McGonagall and just, there's lovable men characters, whereas like Peter Pan and the boys were all immature and there was no adult holding down the center.
Yeah, that's true.
And
this is why Once Upon a Time made Peter Pan a villain.
Yeah. He's annoying. Whereas if we're hopping it to Potter, like Harry's the hero. He's really responsible in comparison to the adults raising him. And then there's Dumbledore and Hagrid, who are so lovable and immediately just like these great tent poles for him. Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. What else do you have on the news?
All right. Let's see. We also have, I think that's it. Oh,
no, I have
do you want to
one
say
more.
this? Yeah. Oh, Girls Trip 2 is filming next summer. I don't know if you remember Girls Trip 1, but that movie was really funny.
Who was in Girls Trip 1?
What's her name?
ScarJo?
What?
Was it ScarJo or is it Jada Pinkett Smith? I get this.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm talking about the comedian, the really funny lady.
Oh, Tiffany Haddish.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
She was really the star of Girls Trip 1, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
She's hilarious. And excited for her to be in Girls Trip 2.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Watch it again. Okay. So box office numbers came in for Wicked for Good. And it hit a lot of different expectations, records. It made $150 million domestically, its first opening weekend, and $225 million worldwide. Crazy.
And it beat the first Wicked's record.
I know. I didn't write that down. Do you remember?
I don't remember by how much. I want to say the first time was $135 million.
Okay.
The first opening box office domestically.
I do think though, like there was a lot of early screenings that like we got a couple extra days added to this, so
there were
not as fair as like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But do you think there probably was for Wicked too?
I don't remember.
It was only a year ago.
No. But yeah, we're going into Thanksgiving weekend. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's Black Friday.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday. We are thankful for all of you.
Yeah.
We and this podcast and this community. It really brings us a lot of joy every week. So thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's been wonderful like doing this for like 3 years. So we are so happy we get to see and chat with some of the people who started supporting us. And if you
back in the
day, and if you have been silent, we also appreciate all your support. And
or if you're new, appreciate your support there
always.
too. Thank you. Always.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna roll right into what right now? What are you reading right now, Natasha?
I'm not reading anything, but I did download. I really just want to read a romance book. Like there's something I need to read, and so I downloaded Julie Soto. So I will report back next week on how I feel.
Nice. I am not reading right now because I am at the tail end of my deadline.
You are reading right now.
No, I'm just rereading stuff that I've read multiple
Christine
times.
goes last night. I'm rereading Henry again, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, but I just have the audiobook on because I can't sit and read right now. I have half my book left to edit, and I have 1 week, so we are in lockdown mode. Full lockdown. Not allowed to watch anything except Hot Ones. Not allowed to just consume any media because my brain has to concentrate on the story, and I've locked myself out of socials. I was going to post before noon that I'm on my writing lockdown. There's a there's a Black Friday sale on Love LitCon that we have to post about because it's buy one get one.
Buy one get one what? Tickets? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so if
Which
you're
is
watching this now,
Prime. If you're watching this right now, grab that. I hope it extends to Black Friday because it might be happening today that this comes out.
Okay.
If it does extend to Black Friday,
yeah,
you should grab it. That's a great deal, and you're only paying half the ticket price. And we will be doing a live podcast at Love LitCon. It's going to be so much fun, and then we'll be at my table, the author table, where I'll be signing books, and we can come meet both of us. It's going to be really fun, and it's in San Diego on
Valentine's
Day weekend.
It's a
Join us.
big romance book con. We're super excited.
Yeah.
We love San Diego. So
Yeah, and we'll probably organize some sort of TFF meetup too.
Yes,
Maybe we can go see
Wuthering Heights is out that weekend, so I feel like we have to go watch it all together.
Yes, that would be really fun.
I'm so excited for that movie. Like I cannot wait to
yearn. Me too. I'm so excited for the music. Like I'm just excited.
And the costumes. Like they put out this new poster, like book, and it's like him like holding her and like oh my god.
Oh my god. So definitely if you're in the area, join us at Love LitCon in February. I was debating like putting it on my like little tour thing as the last stop, but also that would be confusing to people, so I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
But like I feel like we need to start telling people more that we're going.
Vivian asked me, did you finish One Dark Window? And I haven't because I'm listening to it and I haven't had opportunities to listen to audiobooks. Because I guess I'll be doing that while I put up my Christmas decoration. So I'll keep you updated with that. But that's an audiobook compared to like reading with my eyes.
All right. TV shows. What have we've both been watching All Her Fault, which again is on Peacock. It's starring Sarah Snook and is it Snook or Snook?
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 Snook? It's Snook.
I'm now second guessing every time I say it. I'm like, which way is right? I can't remember.
I think it's Snook. Anyways, it's a thriller.
Sarah Snook and Dakota Fanning.
Yes, it's a thriller on Peacock, and it's about a child who was kidnapped. And I mean, you can listen to us talk about our thoughts.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the.
But I finished it. I really liked it.
And interview with the writer coming up at the end of the show. But I am on episode 4, and I had to stop. So I only had watched the pilot when we did the interview, and I'm on deadline. And you know how I'm not allowed to watch TV shows at all. I'm supposed to just be watching movies because or else I get sucked in and I just sit there for hours like an addict watching the show. So the next day though, I was so excited after we talked to her. I was like, I need to keep watching this. And then I put it on and I was like, how am I on episode 3? Help! I'm not allowed to watch this right now. So I have to wait till December 1st to finish it.
We also have been watching Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, the finale will have aired by the time this happens, so we'll know who wins. Let's place our bet on who you think's gonna win. Who's left? We've got 5 people left,
I think it's
right?
going to be in between Robert and Alex.
I think Robert's gonna win.
I think Robert's going to win.
I think I would bet $100. No more, but don't. I don't want to actually bet, but I would. I would if I was a betting man.
Yeah.
And then who's Elaine Hendricks and Jordan Childs is left. Isn't there one other person? Dylan. Okay, this is how the order I think is going to happen.
But can I just talk about how annoyed I am that everyone voted out Whitney?
Yeah, it's really annoying because nobody likes an ambitious woman. They're immediately vilified.
Well,
and that's part of why I'm afraid to like share my goals and stuff out loud because I've had that sort of hate on a smaller level, obviously, but on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and it started from like, she's too good. Like, this is what she's always wanted to do. And it's literally so frustrating as someone who's just watching the show casually. And I see that she is just amazing. And I love watching her.
So good.
And
and Mark is such an amazing choreographer.
And
they're match made in heaven.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad that we did not get to see her freestyle. And all these other dances, like that was taken away from us, and I'm so annoyed. And I would have loved to see her in the finale, and I'm just mad and upset.
Yeah, it was her saying that created, I feel like, this enormous wave of people being like, let's get her off the show, which is so sad.
Yeah. Pauline says that the 3rd season of The Mormon Wives came out the same time Dancing with the Stars was on. That's wild. I guess, that didn't help her.
Well, that's what the video clip came from.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad and upsetting because I didn't know everyone hated her all of a sudden until I started seeing like random videos, Dancing with the Stars TikToks were like, yeah, that's Brittany. Everyone hates her. And I'm just like, what? This is so frustrating. And anyway, so when I was watching that episode and I saw that she was in the final 3, I was like, wow, she's leaving. This is so depressing. Because or else she would not be in that bottom 3. Yeah. That was bonkers to see. Anyway, this is the order I think is going to happen. I don't know. I don't, unless my read on Alex is wrong, I don't think she's connecting with the audience enough to get even 2nd place. I think she might get 3rd. I think Dylan might get 2nd. You don't know her though. Like, no, I don't. But a lot of times, like, you can feel it from the people's reaction to like the show rather than the you know what I mean? Like how they are on the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know. She could get 2nd. I think Robert's going to get 1st. I think that it's going to be close between Alex and Dylan, though, because I think Dylan has a really warm presence on the show, whereas like Alex is sweet and good, but she has like her personality isn't connecting as much on the show.
I don't I don't view it that way. Maybe because like she's literally vlogging every single week, and we get
if
to
you're
see all the
following
behind the
her
scenes and stuff.
Yeah, but I literally didn't see any of that until this past week.
Well, even
that
like
she popped up in my feed.
I mean, even
so I followed her.
Even though like the behind the scenes of her crying and just like being so grateful for being there, you don't think like.
But
that
like,
was enough?
I don't know anything about her. I don't know anything.
I
about
don't know
her.
anything about Dylan. I don't know anything about Elaine.
I feel it. No, but I feel like I do because of the way they talk. Because of like the way I've shared Elaine's story about like how she always wanted to be a dancer, and I know her from The Parent Trap, and I know her best friend was on the show, and their relationship really like warmed my heart and stuff like that.
I guess
really,
if you put in comparison to everyone, like she doesn't really have a story or a why of being there, and like obviously Robert has like a huge story and a why of why he's going to be there.
Yeah, but but Robert also is just so enthusiastic and so fun and always coming up with these things. Like if you look at Alex, she's not making me laugh in any way. She's not like giving me anything about her life in any way. She's not like bringing us into her personality. You know what I mean? She's just like really hardworking. And I respect that. And I respect her as a competitor. But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the audience voting, a lot of these things matter.
Yeah,
the warmth and the personality that you share on the show specifically. Because that's what endears people who don't know you to you. And that's how you win the show. Like Robert is the warmest person I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like I'm just seeing him on screen for 2 seconds. I'm like, I love him. And then Dylan is so cute and so like endearing, and how he tries so hard. And in the beginning, he was like so hesitant, but he was trying. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like in his brother's shadow. He's got this story of like being the kid that was never in the spotlight, you know? And in the Traders, I kind of not underestimated him, but I was like, he's really cute and endearing. But like, who is he? He's never gonna win, and then he won. I was like, wow, he got really far because he befriended Boston Rob, and they created this adorable bromance.
Okay, well, that's all stuff that I don't know about Dylan.
No, I know, that's separate. But I still think on the show with Daniela, he's been really like cute and endearing in how he's like, this isn't his thing at all. And with his sister and like his brother, like all of that built in stuff that he brings to the table.
I would say the same thing for Alex though. I just think
I don't know Alex's sibling.
But you're just seeing it as a different perspective. I feel like she definitely shared a lot of, like with her sister and all that.
I don't remember anything from that.
Well, because you didn't care about her at that point.
Well, that's the thing. I need to be made to care. Like Andy, I loved him. I was made to care. I don't know him.
Okay. Anyways, we're moving on.
Oh, I did. This is big news. Survivor 50 has a release date. It is dropping February 25th, I want to say. That's very exciting. A huge moment for Survivor. I think maybe I did announce it. Maybe. I don't know. But if I didn't announce it, there it is. Anyway, excited for Dancing with the Stars. I think Alex is extremely talented, and Val has fantastic choreography that they've done together. I'm just talking about the audience perception.
Yeah.
From a stranger point of view. All right. Movies.
Okay, I went to the premiere of Hamnet, which is a movie directed by Chloe Zhao, and it is based off a book. And we follow Shakespeare and his family. And Shakespeare is not the central character in this. It is his wife and his three children. And went into this thinking it was gonna be like this, beautiful period film romance. Type of situation. What I witnessed was pure agony on screen. Agony. It was okay. Let me just tell you about this premiere experience. So, I'm going to say some of this for tea time. So, Chloe Zhao comes on stage and like introduces everyone, and then she is like a very like just closed, like small moment type of person. So she has us all do this whole breathing exercise, and 1,000 people in this theater, and she goes 1, 2, 3, breathe in and sigh out, and there's all these people going and it was amazing to like kind of be everyone put into the same energy before we watched this film. And like Beck and I were sitting next to her, we're like, oh no, are we gonna cry? Like we did not know what was gonna happen. And it was a very intentional movie. It was so beautiful. I felt so much. I felt all parts of the human experience. I have never seen grief shown so I think accurately, thank you, on screen before. But yeah, it's not about Shakespeare. It's about his family and like what they deal with as he leaves and goes to London all the time. Oh. But I think it's definitely, I think it has Oscar buzz. I feel like the main character who plays his wife is most likely going to get nominated. Yeah. So just know you're going to cry and it's upsetting.
It's an upsetting film.
Yep.
All right. So last night when I was doing my exercises, I was like, I don't want to watch Hot Ones while I do my exercises. So I opened up Disney Plus. I don't even remember what I was looking to watch, but I saw that movie, The Roses, with Benedict Cumberbatch and
Cumberpatch.
Cumberpatch? What did I say?
Cumberbatch. Not patch.
Okay. And oh my god, now I'm forgetting her name.
Oh,
what is her name? She's in Fleabag.
I know.
She plays the stepmom.
She has such a normal name.
I love her. She's the queen in another thing. The favorite. I can't remember her name. Anyway, you know her, you love her. And she's in The Roses. And I had heard, somebody told me that I would love this movie. So when I saw it, it was just there. I was like, oh, I just got to put this on. Yeah. And it had such
Olivia
a good
Colman.
Olivia Colman! And it's such a fantastic opening scene. It's like, it gives the Mr. and Mrs. Smith opening scene where they're at therapy, and the therapist is like, okay, I want you guys to read off your exercise aloud 10 things that you love about each other. And he goes, Benedict Cumberbatch goes, 1, I'd rather live with her than with a wolf. Oh my god. And the therapist is like, what? Oh my god. And Olivia like looks at him like, okay, fair. But she's like, 1, he has arms. And the woman's like, what? And she's like, I've seen some people that are handicapped and they don't have arms, and I just feel like that would make a difficult situation as a partner.
Oh my god.
And it's just such a good opening scene. It goes on from there, like they rattle off the rest of their list. And then we go back and it's like, do you remember the day we met? And then we see the day they met, and it's really cute. And then we fast forward 10 years and they have kids, and that's where I stopped watching because I am not allowed to watch anything.
No, you didn't finish. Now I need to watch it.
I need to watch it. I probably will watch it on, if I'm being honest with myself, I'll probably turn it on during my dinner.
Did you know that this movie is based off a movie in the 80s called The War of the Roses?
Oh yeah, it said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yes, I've already seen. I think, who was in that? It was the actress who was in Romancing the Stone, and maybe Danny DeVito.
It's just like the script is so quick and witty, and they're just like insulting each other so quickly, and it's so funny because they're both so dry. It's great. It's great. And it's also sweet because it's a love story ish. All right. I think that's it for right now. And we're going to move into our main discussion, Wicked for Good. But before we do, we need to take a second. Thank all of you out there listening. We appreciate y'all being here so much. Thanks for being part of our podcast community. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you followed us for free in whatever app you like to use to listen to the podcast. You just click that follow button. You'll be notified every time we have a new episode. So we don't have to worry about how we have to post everywhere 50 million times for people to know. It's just super easy to click the follow button for free.
Yeah.
And if you like watching the show, we're on YouTube, youtube.com/@those4kingfangirls. And you can hit subscribe there for free and never miss a visual episode of the show. And we were going to pie ourselves if we hit 1,000 reviews on Spotify by the time we get to December 9th. I think that's when, or December 8th, when we record our Christmas episode. But I don't think we're going to make it unless y'all pick it up a little bit.
I know. We have
we need 130 more.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you haven't rated us on Spotify, please do if you enjoy the show. And then we will be filming pieing each other on Christmas.
rate us because we want to pie each other.
You'll get to enjoy that video posted everywhere after we do it, if we do hit 1,000 ratings on Spotify. And if you don't know, it's really easy to rate on Spotify. You don't need to write anything. You just click the 5 stars and you're done.
Yep.
It takes a millisecond. So if you enjoy the show, that not only leads to us pieing, but it also really helps us out and pushes the show to new people, and it makes the algorithm like us on Spotify. So hit us up there. We really appreciate it.
We would really appreciate it.
And if you don't know, we have a Patreon. That's how the show can stay on the air. We appreciate our patrons so, so much, and we would love to have you in that community as well. So at our first tier on the Patreon, Team Jacob, you get the show ad-free. You get to come to our live recordings, be a part of the discussion, and you get our big benefit, Fangirl Tea Time. If you don't know yet, at the end of every show, we have another show, another half an hour show where we tell stories and anecdotes about stuff happening in our everyday lives and go a little deeper into different topics that maybe feel a little too personal for the main show. That's all in Fangirl Tea Time. And it is at the end of every single episode once you're a patron. So you get access to the last 23 episodes, including Fangirl Tea Time, if you subscribe at Team Jacob. If you subscribe at Team Polis Bananas, you get access to the entire archive of episodes and their Fangirl Tea Times. It's a lot of content.
There's so much content.
Yes. So, yeah, we would love for you to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/those4kingfangirls. And thank you so much for supporting the show. If you already do it, again, we couldn't do this without you. We're really, really grateful. Thank you. We're very thankful for everybody who's a part of that community. And always love to have new people there because we get to know our listeners through the Patreon community. And it's really such a heartwarming experience to be a part of that community and get to know y'all, because this is very one directional a lot of the time because not many people leave comments. We love when you do leave comments.
We do.
Leave them on our YouTube videos, leave them on the Instagram at Those Working Fangirls. But
You can actually leave them too on Spotify.
Oh, you can. Yeah. You can leave on Spotify. But yeah, we get to see people's faces. We get to know people's names and kind of get to know everybody who's in the Patreon who actually actively wants to be part of the conversation. You can be a silent patron. Always an option. Anyway, all right. We are going to roll on into Wicked for Good. We are going right in if you're a patron. If not, we'll be right back after these messages. All right. So the spoilers are coming for Wicked for Good. If you don't want to be spoiled for the film Wicked for Good, it is time to leave now.
Leave now.
Leave, come back after you see the movie. All right. So, we saw Wicked last Wednesday for good.
Yes.
And it was about the same feelings that I have about the second half of the play that I had for the movie, which was like, wasn't very memorable. And it was sad and disjointed.
Yeah, Metal, I'm literally leaving to go to the theater right now.
Oh my God, go have the best time, Metal. It's a sad movie.
I like was excited about it because I was excited for like maybe they were gonna change something.
I thought that maybe they would change lots of things.
Yeah. I feel like that's what hurt it, is that they didn't change it and it felt so discombobulated. Like,
it really was just a sequence of events. It was like if we had a big like 5-hour feature and they were just fast forwarding to the important parts and hitting play.
yes. I couldn't like put my finger on it. I was like, would it have been better if we had like a third movie? Because what exactly that I missed out on is that I really wanted to see more relationship building.
Yeah.
Still.
What holds up anything is there are the relationships between the characters. It's the heart of the film, right? We watch Wicked is so endearing because of the relationship between Elphaba and Galinda, the relationships but with both of them with Fiyero, and the relationships with everybody, you know, like the wizard and
Madame Morrible.
The way that they perceive each other and the way that it actually is. And in this movie, there's not much effort put into establishing and growing any of those different arcs. The best parts are when Elphaba and Galinda are together, but they're apart for a lot of the film.
And like, I just like the movie is 5 years later, and in nowhere do they talk about that much time has passed.
It was just a mystery of how much time had passed between every scene.
Yes, because like all of a sudden they're getting married. What the heck?
All of a sudden this, all of a sudden that, and school's over. There's no going back. Like, it is jarring after leaving them in a timeline where we kind of stay in school, right? And then coming in when they're making the yellow brick road, and we have absolutely no idea how much time has passed, and we never go back to Shiz.
No, yeah, we never go back.
And we never talk about it.
Yet we use clock tick about 5 million times.
So many times. Give me a clock tick, please. And I like how they add in words, but that was like the only word in this movie. It was like clock tick, clock tick, clock tick.
Why was that not used in the first one? Like, I'm so confused.
It was like their new catchphrase instead of obsessulated.
I feel like if we had a third middle movie and we got some of those, like that 5 years of like what happens right after, you know, like how does Galinda become this public figure?
Yes.
Like, what is this relationship
gap?
I needed to see more yearning, honestly, from Fiyero, like, him trying to find, like,
we never saw really that relationship go from the beginning spark of that one night to love. Like, some flashbacks. I could have done with like kind of a Glee, like that's what you missed on Glee opening. Like if they gave us like a 10-minute recap of everything was in the middle. I feel like there was no humor in this film, really. Whereas like there
was one part.
Yeah, one part. There was one part. But the thing about Wicked is that it's dappled with so much humor despite the fact that like a lot of like deep cuts are happening throughout it, you know? There's humor sprinkled everywhere between the girls. And we don't get the girls enough together to have that. And what makes a like fantastic movies when you have all the things. So like, yes, there's moving moments in this film, but like I only cried at that one moving moment because there was no balance of happy moments. It's the balance that brings you to the peaks of sadness and happiness. Like it was all down. It was like we were running down into a pit of sad.
Just the whole time. And
Yes.
well then, and there was no Ozdust ball scene. Like, we didn't have this huge emotional moment where like we truly felt the not, I don't know if it's the otherness, but
the tension of their relationship. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, the misfit toyness of her whole life was all captured in that one scene. And that obviously we were kind of past that, but the version of that in this movie, there couldn't be one because there was no real character lines to follow. It was sliced and diced.
well, and then there was and that's the thing, like there could have been. Her sister died. Fiyero chose Elphaba over Glinda. That's a huge.
They were all like little synopsises.
And those
That
moments
just happened.
if I was getting married and I was in Glinda's shoes at this point. If I was getting married and my best friend stole my fiance, I would have been fucking devastated. When she sang her version of Not That Girl, I felt that. But at the same time, they made up way too quickly.
Dude, I barely did because it was so quick. It happened so fast without any pretense. We didn't have the groundwork for it to be emotional like it should have been.
And then
or could have been.
And then her sister dies. And
and then
Elphaba
like,
doesn't even seem sad.
I mean, she seems mad more than sad, but it's more like I'm annoyed at how it's happening because it's happening so fast without any emotional like sitting points. We never sat with anything enough for it to. And then we had that really long, this was annoying to me. We had this really long Glinda song that's so boring, and it's just like it's such lazy filmmaking. We're just going in and out of a mirror instead of there being any choreography and set pieces and movement. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't even remember.
It was the
what
stairs.
She was singing.
It was the stairs song.
She's just like walking around, and it's taking up so much time, and it means nothing to me. Oh, the girl in the bubble. Yeah. Okay. So, fuck. I just
the bubble song.
So sorry. Okay. So we had the biggest arc I think that they were trying to hit in this film is actually Glinda, and I appreciate what they're trying to do because one of the only other moments where I felt emotion is when Glinda really started to show how she's changed for good. Like, she comes back and she's like, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm going to get these people out of office. Like, the wizard has to go. Like, you're leaving. And the other wizard, what is her name in the film, Michelle?
Madame Morrible.
Madame Morrible. Morrible, she confronts her too, and she's kind of like, I am going to be the change that I want to see in the world for Elphaba because she can't do it. And I really loved that aspect of her character, but again, I feel like we don't feel it the way that we could feel it.
We don't get to see it.
If we saw it, yes, but also if we focused more on that aspect of her and Elphaba together. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't talk enough, I feel like. And I know, like, it's there, the arc is there, but it's not solid enough for us to really hit hard. Like, you hit hard when Elphaba at the end of the first movie gets on her broom and is like, I'm out of here. Like, and sings Defying Gravity. We don't have that moment for Glinda. She could have. Like, that's her Defying Gravity moment.
Yeah, that's so
true. And she doesn't get it. Yeah.
Chrissy said, well, Elphaba didn't steal Fiyero. Fiyero was in love with Elphaba the whole time, and he finally chose to align himself with her. I get that, but I'm coming at it from Glinda's point of view, where she's just like, what? Like,
I mean, there were moments in the first film, I guess. Did you see that deleted scene where she asked her about when she woke up and her and Fiyero were gone with the cub? Yeah. And that was a really nice scene between the two of them. But I feel like we didn't see, because that's not in the film, we don't see any moments where she's like, oh, they have a relationship, you know?
Yeah. Yes. Siobhan said, I didn't like that they got into a physical fight over Fierro's choice when they had a lot to fight about outside of some guy.
I feel like it wasn't about so much
I feel like
the guy. It was about their underlying issues being on different sides of this political climate.
And like how her sister just died.
And her sister. Yeah, well, it was a political move. She literally did that to capture her. Like it was all a game of chess that was disgusting. I forgot that had happened. And when they were talking about how to capture her, and Madame Horrible was like, oh, maybe a change in the weather. I was like, are you shitting me right now? I said that out loud in the theater. I was like, is that really what happens to her sister? She brings the fucking house to kill her.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It was just so quick. Like it was so quick and we just went bam, boom, bam, boom, bam.
Yeah. And the physical fighting. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
The physical fighting, like, while I don't like the idea that it could come off of like as they're fighting over a man, even though I feel like it's more deeper issues between the two of them not being on the same page. And it sucks to have your friend not be on your side and support you, and they're both feeling that way.
Yeah.
I really like that scene because the best scenes are when the girls are together, and it brought a little levity. The only levity to the film is in that moment.
And it was funny.
And it was funny.
Especially when
she was like,
oh yeah,
when she was like whipping
her scepter
wand around.
and then Elphaba does her like her jump and flip, and she goes, and then Ariana goes like, what was that?
I liked that little nod to Wizard of Oz. Oh, let's talk about the Wizard of Oz of it all too, because it really is dependent, this whole movie. Like, you could watch Wicked and not know anything about the Wizard of Oz, right? And it's a prequel to the Wizard of Oz. This movie, if you hadn't seen Wizard of Oz, and mind you, let's just remind everyone, because it's just like assumed that everyone's seen the Wizard of Oz. That movie came out in 1939. Okay? It's almost 100 years old. There are many youths that have not seen the Wizard of Oz. Okay? Not everyone's parents are like, you have to watch this because it's been too long. And it's not on TV for people. Like, you couldn't avoid it on TV in the olden days. No one's watching TV.
You have to actually seek it out and show your children.
Kids. Yeah. And you have had been exposed to it in that way to want to do that. Anyway, the fact that it's assumed that everyone knows exactly what's going on with this random girl and the people, like, I feel like we needed to see a little bit more of all those scenes, because honestly, it made the film feel incredibly disjointed. And again, I see why they did this. In the play, we're pushed for time. We're crushed for time in a play. And it's like little nods and winks. But in the movie, it felt like there were holes because of the way that they just kind of flashed to them and then left. And there was this really compelling scene with the Tin Man.
That was one of the best scenes of the whole movie. I'm fucking scared of that man.
I know. And I was like, why did we not stay on that? Like, what's going on down there? Because that doesn't happen in The Wizard of Oz, really. We don't see him so angry like that. And I would have liked to see the other people involved, the Scarecrow. Like, they were just waiting to do the reveal of Fierro's face. Like, it was really annoying not to see how he would have responded to that and handled that. Yes. And Dorothy and the lion. Like, what the fuck? What was that?
And
little peek? Just him.
Like, did he not remember who he was? Like, because he needed a brain, but like he doesn't get a brain from the wizard because the wizard can't even give him a brain. And then my favorite thing is, okay, it's been 5 years. All these animals are just now leaving Oz. They're just now leaving Oz. Yeah. And the lion, full grown, that's the only time where you can tell.
I was so annoyed by this lion.
The lion was so annoying. And then the lion who said, we can't listen to Elphaba, we have to leave. He's still there.
Also, like, first of all, he remembers this so clearly, and why is he like mad at her? I just still don't even get it. He's like, I'm a coward because she didn't let me. Like, you were in a cage. You were the poster child for caged animals. You wouldn't be able to speak, and you would still be in a cage. What are you talking about? And I know that this is like reflecting the misperceptions of so much of society and how like propaganda and the mob mentality can make you believe anything and all this stuff. But it was so frustrating in this like very quick context to see him say that and have like no background for why. Like, we have to assume everything.
Yeah.
And that's not what you want in a movie.
No. Yeah. Okay. Can we talk about the Fiyero and Elphaba intimate scene?
Yes, let's talk about the intimate scene. So as this intimate scene is happening, like, I forgot that this happened. And
Me too.
Natasha just goes, Lily. I was like, it's giving Bridgerton. And then like 10 seconds later, she's like, Lily.
Because the way that man looks at women, he looks like he wants to fucking engulf them into all of his senses. It's hot.
Oh my God. Wait, I know. He's so good at sexual tension,
Yes.
okay? And then also being, like, cute and then engaging in sexual tension. Like, he just... Did you see the interview that is going viral right now with him talking to this girl who's also a theater kid? And he's like, I can see you in Les Miserables. And they're just, like, kind of flirting.
There's this other interview where he's on the carpet and this other woman and him are just, like... laughing because I don't even remember why, but it's just so cute. They don't even know each other.
Yeah, it just feels like they're best friends. And it's just like, and they're in this interview like doing a bit. And it's just like, he's so cute and charming with literally everyone. Like, I know, I think I talked about this when it happened back like during Jurassic Park, but he did this little bit with Jimmy Fallon where they had to pretend like different reactions about dinosaurs. And like they were like, okay, you hear a noise behind you, but like nothing happens. And then they slowly turn around together and look into each other's eyes and they have this like romantic moment and they go into kiss. And then the next time, like, Jimmy can't stop laughing and they like turn and look at each other and then they're like giggling together. It's the cutest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Okay, I need to rewatch this. I don't think I ever saw this.
You didn't? Oh my God, it's so cute.
Also, I don't know if anyone else has also had this trajectory, but can we study the fact that I have now, every time I watch Wicked, I've had to rewatch season 2 of Bridgerton. I'm on that again.
I could rewatch season 2 of Bridgerton right now. Like, Jonathan Bailey is just so good at what he does. He just really is. But like, I burst out laughing when you said lilies, and it was just like, it just went to show how like unserious we could take it because there was no development shown.
It just hurt me. It just hurt me because I love an intimate scene. I love a Johnny Bailey intimate scene.
Yes.
But the fact that he decided to go with Elphaba, there was no conversation. It was just
there was not enough
a shared
conversational lead up.
And then they just go straight into this song and she's undressing. And I'm like, oh my God, wait, are they going to have sex? Like, I was not prepared.
Also, yeah, so part of like, okay, we can also say like people are going to say like this is a musical, blah, 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 blah. But what made Wicked so good was that there was musical parts and there were talking parts, right? It's not one of those musicals that goes from song to song to song. Mm-hmm. There's character development in the songs, but also between the songs.
Yeah.
And that, again, is one of the ebbs and flows that makes it so good. When you're always in song, it's a different vibe. And this just, the marriage of the in-between moments and the songs and the humor and the sad parts of the first film just were this magical mix that made perfection, you know, like this magical cocktail of a film. And this movie, they were kind of really dependent on the songs for you to be like, oh, see, this is explaining it for you. But like, we are already at a different vibe, because in the other movie we got actual speaking between the songs that led into the music, that made the music hit harder. And with Johnny Bailey and him and her, like, there's no conversation on the way home that we get to hear about what just happened.
Yeah.
And like that would have gave it legs.
Yeah, it felt very empty. It just felt like, okay, now they're together. Oh my God, let's have sex. And then immediately she's like, I have to go. And then he's like, I will sacrifice myself for you to the ends of the earth.
And I was like, Johnny, where was the lead up to this emotion? Like, when did you start feeling this way?
Well, and I feel like that's where we could have had this third fucking movie if we would have seen this relationship develop with Glinda and Fiyero, and then see him. I mean, we got one scene of that when like, couldn't be happier, you know, that was it.
I think the problem is, like, with the first half of the play is written like a film, and it was fleshed out to be so rich in every way. You know, like, there's so many characters you feel more connected to, the backdrops, the locations, the world feels real. And in this film, we saw the play version on screen, basically.
Well,
and
the second half, they are they're working against having to connect the Wizard of Oz into this story somehow.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They needed to just completely make it for film, like make this cinema. I think they could have easily done. We're so in love with this world. They could have written a fresh script in between the halves, like you said, and it would have been a great movie. Like, I would have liked to follow people in real time and had time jumps when appropriate, like with the proper foundation for the time jump. It's like we jumped into a show and we're like, did we miss a season?
Yeah.
What's going on? Because there would have been a full season if it was a show of like development with that tension building between Fiyero and Elphaba.
Yes, because to me, it just when I remember watching the stage performance, I remember feeling like, oh my God, wait, he chooses her. And that was a big moment for me, because she was, I'm not that girl in the first half. And now he's choosing her. And that didn't land as hard in this one, because we didn't have any, like, Elphaba was not worried about that. She's worried about, like, saving the animals and getting people out. And we
don't see her thinking about him.
No, never. Like, he just kind of, he just feels like a latchkey.
Yeah, he's just kind of there as a tool in this film. And even, you know, it's interesting, rewatching Wicked, she says, like, when she's like, do you want to know a secret that nobody knows? And she's like, I'm going to marry Fiyero and I are getting married. And she's like, what? Did he ask you? And she's like, no, he doesn't know yet. That happens. This movie opens up and she literally announces they're getting married. It was really giving the first episode of Nobody Wants This one. When Noah's ex-girlfriend has the engagement ring on because she found it in his drawer.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going on?
Well, also, like, she's like, oh, the wizard and I talked about it. And so
I'm like, what?
We had no idea that the wizard and Glinda had this rapport at all.
Yeah, that they talked. Yeah. We didn't have any foundation for them having a relationship based off of what we last saw.
And John Chu talked about, like, how in Wonderful, like, Glinda's not in it in the stage performance, but he added her in it in this one, because I'm like, well, probably because we would have had no idea that the wizard and Glinda
are friends.
Talk.
Yeah, work together.
Yeah.
Cohorts. Yeah. I didn't love any song fully. Like, I am in it with every song in the first movie. And even for good.
We had no dancing.
I was like, where's the choreography? Are all the set pieces? Where's the movement in the camera? I mean, like, it was just kind of circling around them, and I was just confused. It's not the tone that was set before. And the only one that we really had choreography for was this opening scene in Emerald City, and it just didn't hit at all for me because it was like it didn't have the weight of any specific emotion or feeling. Like they were trying to recreate the what is this feeling so sudden and new, like that kind of feeling, and it wasn't feeling like
Yeah. Okay, none of the songs hit for you. I do think No Good Deed was the only good song, and it was so short.
Yes, it was very short. I liked that song too, but I just also think that could have had some choreography.
Well, they were all flying.
Yeah, but like there can still be flying choreography. I mean, if you look back at the first movie, the choreography in every scene is so creative and so visually stimulating.
Siobhan said, I felt that Defying Gravity was trying to do too much visually and ended up taking away from the power of the song. And I love that For Good didn't try to do anything visually. I
didn't feel that
disagree,
at all.
Siobhan.
I thought it was absolute perfection.
I love the song For Good. And I preferred every single song of the film on part 1. And now I prefer a lot of the musical stage performance. Like For Good, I preferred the original.
The stage. Yeah, me too. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? I saw that. I don't know if you saw this. The closet scene in For Good was improvised. So John Chu said that Cynthia and Ariana sang For Good and he didn't call cut and they just kept acting and they ad-libbed the whole thing and like pretended to close a door. And yeah, he said they're giving each other strength through the difficulty of saying goodbye to someone you love. Oh my God, I was like, this is what the full movie is about, and this is the moment. And then they lean their heads against the door, and I felt like I was a witness to something divine, some divine moment of intersection that God wanted to send us a message that these women were channeling it. Yeah, exactly. That moment is what choked me up first, I think.
No, that was the most emotionally. Like, yeah, I was charged. Like, I sobbed a little.
Yeah. Yeah. When they closed the door like that, it was really, really powerful.
At the same time, I'm like, why does Glinda believe that she's going to die from water? You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, Galinda is, to be fair, very like easily swayed until the end of the movie. I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she wouldn't tell her the plan, but I guess it's because she doesn't want her to clear her name or like ruin the power that she now has, the public image.
Yeah, at the very end, it was, her.
Don't try to clear my name.
Well, she can't know that they're alive, which is really sad.
But why, really?
Yeah.
She wouldn't want to be left behind, maybe.
It's just sad. Like, Glinda's just left behind in all sense.
She's left to fix it by herself because they can't.
Yeah.
I feel like seeing why the Tin Man is the Tin Man. And okay, let's talk about Nessa, because I feel like also she drew the short straw in so many respects. Like, this man stays with her forever without liking her, which is like so upsetting. Like, okay, take her to the ball, but then learn your lesson afterward when you still have a crush on Galinda and she's like not fucking even looking at you. Like, it hurt me to see him still with her in Munchkinland, but like upset about it. And then it hurt me to see her get so upset that she was like becoming a villain.
I it didn't really make sense.
Ugh.
And like she was called the Wicked Witch of the East, but then that didn't really have any, like, I could see it obviously that she was this like villainous character at the end of it. I
Well, the villainous thing was just like, she was like, you can't stop being my boyfriend. Sorry.
yeah.
Like, you're locked in here and I will do everything to keep you here. Like, who wants to be with someone when you're forcing them to be with you? Like, they're not going to be the same.
Well, that whole scene was surprising, but also when she started reading off the book, and I was like, what is happening?
Like, why can't she read the Grimoire?
What?
I was just like, why can she read it?
Yeah, how can she read it? And
why?
Elf was like, you don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, well, then close the damn fucking book.
Take it away. Yeah, it's such a big deal, the Grimoire, and then like the fact that Nessa can just go over and read it. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? And then the fact that, I don't know, it just all happened so fast. Like, we don't get the lead up to Vanessa being this really cold person who's so stuck in, I don't know, her
ideologies.
Yeah, I guess, or just like so stuck that she can't evolve, and like that she's becoming this like bitter person, you know? Mm-hmm. Because she grew up with Elphaba. Like, you would think that she appears to be like a very kind-hearted person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
I just hate how bitter it ended like that.
I know.
And then she's outside during the storm looking for Bach for like no apparent reason.
Just all the stuff with Nessa just like didn't hit.
It did not hit.
Didn't.
Also, when she had her like floating, I was like, is she gonna walk or can she fly now whenever she wants?
Yeah.
But then it was just like a temporary float. Like, what was that?
Maybe because she felt joy. I don't know.
Was it like I love to laugh and Mary Poppins?
I love to laugh.
Like, I guess it was, yeah, like she wanted to feel light again, but like it was just like a spell for like 2 seconds. Meanwhile, the monkeys have wings for the rest of time. The scarecrow's a scarecrow for the rest of time. The Tin Man turns into a Tin Man for the rest of time. But when she floats, it's a 5-minute spell.
Siobhan says it really seemed like she was used to getting her way because her parents always spoiled her. So when Bach didn't do what she wanted, she flipped out. Oh no!
But also, like she also was like had to deal with being in a chair all the time, and like what the way that people looked at her, and all of that stuff that must have really been hard. And I feel like she didn't always get her way all the time. In that respect.
Mm-hmm. And so like when she finally got like some sort of attention, she like grabbed onto it.
Yeah. It's just sad. I didn't like her character becoming mean and everything being bad. Everything horrible happened
To her. Yeah.
To her, to Elphaba, to Fiyero, to, well, not as much to Fiyero, but to Fiyero a little bit, and then to the Tin Man.
Oh, Pauline says, I know it was a big discussion about making sure that Nessa didn't walk in the movie because of albism, since in the play Elphaba cured... ableism, since in the play Elphaba cured her by helping her walk. Okay. That's what I was remembering. I'm like, she had her walk, if I remember.
I kind of just wish they would have changed the scene then. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it was like, it didn't really, it was just like, what's going on?
They set it up so that all she wanted to do was, you know, I think she told the wizard that she wanted, like, that was the whole thing. She was going to tell the wizard to help her sister walk, right? That was the whole...
Oh, I thought she wanted to not be green.
Yeah, but she didn't really care about that. She wants to help others.
Yeah, but remember where she's like, I don't care about that, but she really did. But then she realized at the end of the movie that she did it. It was like, that was her arc.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And she realized that she like cared more about helping everybody and that she loved herself for who she was.
I think we really needed a third movie. We really needed Elphaba's arc in the first. We needed a Fiero's arc in the second, and then Galinda's arc in the third.
And Galinda I wanted them to write a new song that was as powerful as Defying Gravity for Ariana Grande to sing.
Yes.
Because she doesn't get one like that. For Good is for the both of them saying goodbye. She doesn't get her evolution piece. And her character would just be so much stronger in general if she got her evolution song at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
It kind of like falls flat for her. Not falls. She doesn't fall flat, but like the play does for her. Like there's no musical number. Yeah. The Bubble is not a good song.
The Bubble was a not great song. And then also No Place Like Home, like for Elphaba, like that was cute, like a little like tie back into the movie. But again,
I don't even remember it anymore. I remember in the moment I was like, oh, cute. But I was like,
And then at the very end, when everything was fine and dandy, and they're like, the animals can come back. How? Why? They just went to the other lands, and now they're all coming back through.
Yeah, like, did someone go find them and bring them back? Siobhan says it would definitely be hard to match Defying Gravity, but I believe in the writer. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, Defying Gravity is one of the greatest songs of all time to hit to be in the musical sphere. But they could make something that had that oomph. There was nothing, nothing in this movie has that same like power behind the music.
Mm-hmm. Aside from the little bit of No Good Deed that we got.
Yeah. And that song is so depressing. That's literally about like she tried to do all this activism. She tried to help all these people. And it just literally backfired every single time.
Yeah.
That's depressing as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, you said the makeup for Tin Man and Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, I just want to talk about how they looked. I really liked how the Tin Man was almost kind of scary looking.
Mm-hmm. I liked it too.
Yeah. And I think also I saw pictures of him as the Scarecrow and I couldn't believe it was all real.
Oh.
Did you know that it was all real?
No, I didn't know it was all real.
It's all real. It's insane. That makeup is crazy. They did an amazing job. I thought that was a CGI man.
Liv says Scarecrow Fiero looks exactly like Ryan Reynolds. Are you talking about like Deadpool Ryan Reynolds with his burned face?
No. Oh, I think I don't.
Yeah,
think
that's
it
what
looked
she
like
said. That's what she said. She
really?
said, yeah.
I think he looked better than Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool face.
I don't know. In my mind, I was like, wait, can't like Elphaba turn him back into like a regular man? I thought that's what was...
Why are all these spells unreversible? She's like, nothing in the Grimmery can be reversed. Except the floating.
Wait, so like, does Fiero die? Since he's just he's just a magic man.
No, he can never die. That was part of the spell.
Oh.
He's stuck here forever.
Oh my God. Where do they go? Are they just like, are they here?
Okay, yeah,
are they in the
I
world?
thought they were going to be here, but they're just like in these wastelands. I thought that was a weird choice too. I was like, can you show us where they're going? Because this is just like, is that the Sahara Desert? Like, it looks cold.
It looks like Iceland or
like,
Antarctica.
Or is it the North Pole? Like, it would have been nicer. Not nicer, but like if they went off on a balloon like the wizard. Because then I would be like, they're going to Earth.
Where is Oz? Like,
It's in another dimension, because that's like what I've always thought, that like the dimensional portal was like the tornado
over the rainbow.
that gives another dimension to me in science terms. Siobhan says, I saw the director say he wanted them to be metaphorically heading off into possibility, so he added glitter to the sand. Is it like the equivalent of the end of Grease when they fly off into the sky in the car? Nod to Grease. It's just like there was no way this movie came anywhere close to the first one in terms of enjoyment or just overall scale of fantasticness, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I honestly do I want to go see it again? I don't know, because it kind of hurt me.
It hurt me. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
Also, like, it just nothing hit as hard because it was just a bunch of different scenes. It was a collection of scenes that did not tie together.
Can we also talk about the costumes?
Yeah, let's talk about the costumes.
Glinda wears that purple dress the whole goddamn time. I'm what? I know it's probably
she has so
like
many dresses.
I know
it's her like character piece now. That's the one that the Wizard of Oz dress, I guess it's supposed to be.
But like she probably has like supposed to be wearing a uniform, but she has to have multiple different. That's ridiculous. She's got to have multiple different dresses.
Yeah, we see her open the closet.
I know, but why didn't she wear other things? We got to see her wedding dress, which, like, I don't know. Everyone's like, it's so beautiful. I'm like, it doesn't really hit that much.
It was to me too.
I like the little, like, when she had the slip on and she was trying on the wedding dress and she put like the pink robe on top. Like that was kind of pretty.
Like that robe. Yeah.
But they put out a whole fucking poster of Glinda's tour. Glinda's supposed to have a tour. Okay, that's where she like talks about like couldn't be happier. This whole outfit that's like the spiral pink and green dress. And what happened to that scene? Where is that scene? That's so fresh. I'm sorry. That's my one huge thing with Wicked is that they keep showing us stuff and they never actually put it into the film, and that's really frustrating.
You know what hit like a literal like kick to my gut because we were crying from like for good, and then it ended, and then they had that one quick shot that was the poster from Wicked the musical with the whispering in her ear, and I was like it was just over, and I was like, that was kind of like a cheap shot because we saw nothing leading into it. It was just like, look, the poster, bye. Like, was that her telling her she's still alive? Like,
no, that was from Shiz. That was from like when their time at Shiz. It was a memory.
But we never saw that happen in Shiz.
I know, because they took it out of the first movie. It was meant to be in the first movie.
Just put it there and have us assume that it's from Shiz.
I need a full director's cut from both movies.
Both movies.
Stat.
Oh my God.
I need the scene of her laying in her lap. I need the goodbye tour or the
I need
happier
them playing
tour.
out in the fields together as a group of friends that we saw. Excuse me.
Yeah. Can we talk about Elphaba's sexy outfit?
Was it just like a slip? I don't even remember it now.
I'm like, can I see the whole thing, please? Like, they kept just showing. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's taking off her clothes. Wait, she's in like a little like 90 like black lace with shorts, and then she's in this raggedy sweater cardigan thing.
Yeah, like where's that from?
I have seen so many people wrap like one of those like big knotted like knitted blankets around them. It's like Elphaba coming back, like ready to seduce Fiyero in her big giant cardigan sweater.
When Fiyero was like, I changed, and I was like, how though? Can we have a little montage of your growth period? I need your Elle Woods moment.
Yeah, I need to see his intention on becoming the captain of the Dragoons. I don't know.
Yeah, because why is he there if he's already changed? Because he's not with Elphaba anymore. What's happening?
I did like the scene where he comes to save Elphaba and he has got that gun pointed at Glinda, and I was like,
what a weird gun that was.
My God.
Yeah.
And then he gives up, and then she's like, he loves her, and I'm like, that's just not enough. There's not enough time for her.
We needed a whole movie about their dynamic, the evolution of their dynamic.
Yeah,
because their dynamic is really interesting, and since we didn't dig into it, it got less and less interesting.
Are you talking about Fiyero and Glinda?
Fiyero, Glinda, Elphaba.
Yeah.
Like, that is a really nice love triangle if we develop all angles of it, because they all love each other.
Yeah, it's very true. Have you two read the books, Vivian?
No,
we have not read
not.
the books. I do know that Fiyero is married in the books. And that he bathes her in milk and olive oil because water hurts her skin. I know that he has an affair with Elphaba, and they have a child together, and Fiyero dies, and Elphaba goes into a coma and gives birth to her child. Oh yeah, I looked up all of this stuff.
What?
Yeah.
But just going off of the movies, this is such a phenomenon. I don't know, were they scared to try to get the actors to sign on to more than 2? I don't know, but it did so well that they could have easily made more than
with their
2
400
movies.
brand partnerships.
5,000 brand partnerships.
I saw someone say that Barbie had 150 and Wicked had 400, over 400 brand partners.
Insane. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to touch on before we close our Wicked for Good chapter here? I have been changed for good. When everyone, you know what annoys me? Everyone seeing this movie was like, this is everything I ever wanted and more. I was like, what? How is this more? What did you want? Nothing?
I've just stayed very quiet.
And everyone being like, I've been changed for good. I was like, have you? Have you though?
Yeah.
Everyone was gushing so hard, and I was so confused because it did not live up to the first movie. The review that I saw that was very accurate was Juju's review. He said exactly what we were thinking.
Oh, I need to watch his review.
Yeah. He was like, they set the bar so high, and this was just a bunch of sequences that kind of felt disjointed. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what we said. Exactly what we said. I was like, I'm glad you agree, because everyone else was like, I've been changed for good. This was everything. And I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Okay. Well, now we're gonna marry Kiss Cliff, but before that, we've got our final segment today, folks. We've got a great interview. It's about 20 minutes with show writer and creator of All Her Fault, Meghan Gallagher. Let's set this up. So this was a very early interview because she's based in Oslo.
Yeah, I had no idea.
No, me either. And it's really cool that she's American, but she lives in Oslo. She's been there for a while now. And she's able to write and create this show and live in a completely different country. And they filmed in Australia. And it was just it's just so global.
Yeah.
The filmmaking process, which was really cool. But we were up bright and early, 8 a.m. interview.
To chat with her, and we had a really lovely chat, and
yeah, we did.
I was excited that we are getting these opportunities, and this is so fun, and so we are starting something new. If you guys really like this, please let us know. We love all your feedback about this because we want to continue to do this and talk with creators in the industry. But it's fun because when you talk to someone, when this is this is something that they worked on and they love. It's like you feel that from them. And so as soon as we got off, I started watching. Like I was already 2 episodes in, but I was like, I need to watch this whole thing. Like I gotta sit in here and do it.
When you hear the backstory of like why it meant so much to them, it really paints such a fuller picture for when you do watch the show. And we'd love for this segment to become a regular thing, like at the end of the show for people, because not everyone enjoys industry interviews, but I think we learn a lot from them and I find them very inspiring, especially if you want to work as a writer or work in like any creative outlet. So yeah, when we have them, they will be there. All right, here's Meghan Gallagher. Okay, well, thank you all for joining us today. We have a super special guest. She's the writer, creator of the new Peacock limited series, All Her Fault, which stars Sarah Snook and Dakota Fanning. Meghan Gallagher, hi.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Like, this is so exciting.
Like you're zooming in from Oslo, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm American by birth, but I have lived in Norway for about 17, 18 years now. So
oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
This is home for me. But yeah.
Do you love it, I guess, obviously?
Very, very much. Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely place to live. So Oslo's great, but obviously I like going back to the U.S. to see family and friends whenever I can.
Where are you originally from in the U.S.?
Like most Americans, I bopped around a lot, but for the most part, I was raised in North Carolina, and that's where my family is. But I went to film school a long time ago in LA, and that's where most of my friends are. So if I go back to the U.S., it's one of the coasts.
Okay,
awesome.
So when like projects like this happen, are you back in LA a lot?
No.
Oh, really?
No. Unfortunately, not very much is filmed in LA anymore. So
That's true.
No, this is we were very global. I'm American, but I live in Norway. The producers on All Her Fault are British and they're London based. The studio, of course, is Universal and Peacock. That's in LA. But we shot in Melbourne, Australia, and the show is set in Chicago, where I've never been. So it's very, very, very global. But no, we shot in Melbourne. So no, it's everybody came from everywhere.
That's amazing
for this one.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's incredible to hear that you can live halfway across the world and make this show happen. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's really, that part's really cool. I mean, I do wish more things were filmed in LA, but the ability for people to live where they want to live and to be able to, as long as you can kind of Zoom all the time and travel when needed, people can kind of do what they want. And that part I really love.
That's amazing. That's like the dream job. Okay, well, to kick things off, I would love to hear in your words what All Her Fault is all about.
Oh, goodness.
Elevator pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, really. I mean, first and foremost, and I think hopefully what people are really enjoying about it most is it really is a twisty-turny thriller. I mean, it is engaging, entertaining. It's not slow. It doesn't languish. It keeps things moving and keeps you guessing and builds towards, a big old ending that seems to be going down extremely well with audiences, which thrills me. So first and foremost, it is an entertaining thriller. But underneath all that, the other part that's really delighting me is people seem to really be responding to the social themes and the kind of social commentary behind it all. Women sort of being the CEOs at work, but then still being the CEOs in their households. And how friggin' tiring that is, and how angry they are and fed up they are at those domestic labor discrepancies. So, yeah, I mean, it's an entertaining thriller, but one that we'd like to think has something to say.
Yeah, I
definitely
I was watching episode 2, and the detective was asking Dakota Fanning and her husband about the nanny and how like she had talked all the references, and he goes, "Did you talk to anyone?"
Yeah, that seems to be a favorite moment. I was scrolling through TikTok because his next line, Richie, the husband, he says something to the effect of, "Oh no, that's really more Jenny's department."
Yep.
And this woman filmed her TV when he said that line, and he says it's more Jenny's department, and she screamed out, "What's your department?"
No department. Like,
You do.
for any of the listeners, I just want to set up the show a little bit for anyone who doesn't know anything about it. So it opens up, and this woman is coming to pick up her son at someone's house, and she is very confused when another woman opens the door and she's like, "There's no Milo here," which is her son's name. And it just takes off from there because
immediately.
Someone else picked up her son from school then who was supposed to, or who she thought was picking up her son from school. She thought that she got a text message from a friend, a mom friend, who was going to pick up her son for a play date. And it is just like, from the second you start, you're just like on edge with this mother. Like, where the hell is he?
It is, and it's all credit to Andrea Mara, who wrote the novel. Her novel starts exactly the same way. We never started the show we never wrote any draft of any script.
Oh shit, that's amazing.
So she starts with "Ding dong, hi, I'm Marissa. I'm here to pick up my son Milo." And I'm sorry, there's no Milo here. Like, she starts off to the races the same way, and so I thank her for that incredible opening.
Yeah, well, that perfectly leads into my next question here is, how did you come across the novel and what drew you to the project?
Sure. Carnival Films is a production company in London that I've worked with several times before, and I absolutely adore them. They had optioned the rights to the book and brought it to me, thankfully. What drew me to it was several things, but if I had to narrow it down into two things, one is the theme that we already talked about that was in the book, that I had fun amplifying over the course of 8 episodes about domestic labor discrepancies and sort of working moms and what they're going through. Mm-hmm. But from a plotting and genre perspective, I love genre. I'm definitely a genre writer. If it's not a thriller or a mystery or horror, I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. So that's very much what I do. But I do a lot of adaptation, so I read a lot of books for the purposes of can we adapt this? So many thrillers in particular. I think thrillers really live and die by their endings.
Yeah,
definitely makes or breaks.
You're hanging in there and you're reading 450 pages or 8 episodes of television or whatever it is, and at the end it's like, oh, so it's the thing I thought all along.
Yep.
I didn't think it was that character because that character's barely even been in the story, and I just came.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
It's so frustrating because you invest this time and it's like, So she had this book that, yes, grabbed you and all that kind of stuff and sustained you with great twists and turns, but the ending, I mean, it's just such a whopper. It's such a bold, big, brave swing to do an ending like that, and she did an incredible job. So when you have a book like that has a grab you first scene and an ending that actually is worthy of really,
kicks ass.
You don't pass that up. So, I grabbed onto that book with both hands. And
nice. I am so excited to get to the end because I've just started and I'm already like,
I don't want to spoil it for you then. People are having a very positive reaction to it. So I don't want to spoil it for you.
Oh, it's such like a bingeable show, but Christine and I on our podcast, like we're big readers and we love the romance genre and we'll dabble in thrillers, but it's like we always have this, I think there's like I don't know if there's like a little tiff between romance readers and thriller readers, but it's like we're still on the same page. Like we either want to happily ever after or we want to be thrilled.
Yes.
And it's like they both have to stick the landing in each of their categories.
Yeah, or else you're unhappy with the whole thing. Because there's this whole thing with thriller readers. They're like, I can't read romance. And it's like, because it's always a happy ending. And the same thing go with thrillers. Like, I mean, you want the happy ending for romance readers. That's the big plot twist for people. With thrillers, it's like you want to be surprised. You want it to make sense. It has to hit.
I think no tip from me. No, I think romance, I think thrillers, I think horrors, and I think comedies aren't respected the way they should be. If it were easy to do, everyone would do it and make boatloads of money.
Yeah.
If it were easy to write a romance book, well, I would go do that and retire. Like, it's not easy to do. It's not as simple as, they just end up together. or comedies. Somebody just falls down. Like, that's not
being funny is an art.
Yes, it's an absolute art, and I can't do it. I wish I was funny. I'm not. So no, this stuff is any specialized writing genre like that is the opposite of a TIFF for me. It has my total respect. I wish I could write a romance. I'd love to.
Okay, so I would love to hear like the behind the scenes of getting this show made, because we've talked to a lot of creators of shows and writers, and it's usually a very, very long process. Sometimes it could even be super quick. So like what was I guess your experience like getting this made for the screen?
Yeah, I have the opposite story, and every writer out there is going to hate me.
Oh no.
The only delay for us was the writer's strike. Obviously, we had to while that was going on. But other than that, no. I mean, like I said, I love working with Cardinal. We developed the script. They took it to Peacock, and I mean, it was right away. Peacock was like, "We love this.
Oh, that's amazing.
Exactly what we want. This is." And I mean, the green light process like I said, there was a pause during the writer's strike. We had to, but if you take that outside of it, I mean, the response and the green light came really quickly.
Was like an actor attached when it was greenlit, or
no?
Oh wow!
Yeah, so we got green light, and we got. I mean, for some crazy reason, we were lucky enough that Sarah Snook said yes. So no, it was fast and easy and star-studded, and every writer out there can hate me because it really. I don't know how I got so lucky. I thank my lucky stars every day, but it really was smooth and easy.
Yeah, the cast is amazing. So what was the casting process like from your perspective?
I'd love to flatter myself and say it was my genius scripts that attached all amazing people, but I'm not that stupid. I think it was two things. One, we had an incredible casting director named David Ruman, who has been in this industry for decades and is phenomenal at his job. The other is, let's be honest, Sarah Snook. I mean, she's an incredibly talented, exciting actress. Nobody in their right mind doesn't recognize the extreme level of talent that she has. And this is her first show that she was leading outside of Secession. So she's a really exciting person to share the screen with. So when you have somebody like her at the center of your show, she is a magnet to get other talent attached. So I thank her for that, because I know that I got that incredible cast because of her.
She's amazing. Yeah.
No, that was her first show outside of Succession, correct? And I mean, and she's Emmy Award winning, Golden Globe winning,
Tony winning, Olivia.
Yes. She's very decorated.
Also so fun to see Dakota Fanning also playing a mom.
As a mom role. Yes.
I know. We're all old. You guys are still very young. But no, she's grown up. I mean, she's a young mom in the show. I think in real life she's 30 or 31 or something like that.
Yeah, we're the same age. I did not realize that.
No, she's not 8 anymore. So she's not. She's all grown up, and I just love seeing her in such. She feels very warm to me in this show.
Yes, she does.
I really loved what she did with that character, and people seem to really be responding to her, which isn't surprising, of course, but it's lovely to see.
Yeah. I'm going to switch around the questions, Christine. I'm going to ask, what do you have a favorite episode, and why?
Oh, gosh. 1, 4, 5, and 8 are my.
Okay, 1, 4, 5, 8.
Why for each?
Well, it gets obvious as we get further in, I feel like.
Yeah, I'll try not to do any spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for you. One, because it's such a lightning fast pilot. I feel like everybody's response has been, you can't turn it off. You know, people are hooked from the get-go, and I like entertaining people. I really do. So I'm incredibly grateful to our incredible director, Minky, for that pilot. She did such an amazing job. 4, because, and I'm not spoiling too much for you guys, but for others, it goes into a very personal storyline for Detective Michael Pena that dives into my life, and I'm so proud of the work Michael did in that. I think it's amazing. 5, because it was a challenge as a writer. And again, I'm not spoiling anything, but it's a bit of a unique episode. It's sort of a chamber play in the sense that it's all our main characters in the house the whole time.
Oh,
and it builds and boils, and so we don't go to downtown Chicago, and we don't have cars racing on the road, and we don't have any of those things. It was a challenge as a writer to keep the drama contained in the house.
I love that.
The directors did a phenomenal director. Kate Dennis, our second director, did an incredible job. The actors are amazing. And 8, because everything comes together and all the pieces fall together, and it's so jam-packed and such a huge ending. And then there's other endings and other layers. And I'm proud of that because it took an incredible amount of work to make sure every little story element fit into place like it's supposed to. And I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of the work that I did with the episode writers, with my producers, with the broadcasters, with everybody to really get it there.
That's amazing.
Those are my faves. That doesn't mean I don't like the others, because I really do.
Of course, yeah. But there's always the big ones.
Yeah.
That means something extra. So for you, during the whole process of making the show, what was your highlight moment? Was it was writing it, or was seeing it come out? Like, what is your highlight of the show making process?
I am a very introverted person. So as lovely, and it was lovely, the premiere and the moments of accolades and the public reception and all that kind of stuff is absolutely wonderful. And I'm deeply grateful for all that kind of stuff. But I am an introvert, and my my happy place is my office that I'm in right now. And I know this is going to sound really maybe dorky, but I think other writers out there will understand. My highlight for this really was I worked so hard to make sure that this would all come together so that we got to episode 8, it would be a satisfying ending. And being able to outline that so quickly, because I worked the whole damn hard the whole time to make sure it was all going to come together. I could write that draft in 4 days, and it was in great shape, and it was ready to go. That was a big highlight to me. And any writer out there will understand.
Yeah. I'm a writer. I understand.
I understand the amount of work that goes into that.
Yes.
8 hours.
Yes. Well, when you get to the part where everything comes together and it works and it comes out of you perfect.
And it's what you wanted, and it works, and it's,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that was a real, so that might have been me by myself in my office and not dressed up for a premiere. And so maybe it's a little dork or something, but I
not
don't
at
care.
all.
That was my
when you finish, do you have a little tradition to celebrate? Do you run around and do a little happy dance? Do you buy yourself dinner? Do you have a thing?
I definitely have spent some time at a spa or two.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Deep tissue massages are definitely.
Oh yeah, I need that for the writer's shoulders.
There's a lot of that. So yes, that's my tradition.
Well, speaking of writing, do you have any favorite hacks of getting past writer's block?
Oh gosh, this might sound obnoxious, but I think the easiest way to get past writer's block is not to get in it, and I think the best way to not get in it is to write every day, even if it's for 5 minutes, even if it's something stupid, even if you're literally just writing down something you're seeing on another piece. You know what I mean? It is a muscle.
Just keep things moving.
If you keep it moving all the time, I think it makes it just makes you less likely to freeze at a later time. If you procrastinate the white page, if you procrastinate the process, or if it's something you only do once every 2 weeks or something, it becomes more intimidating. If you do it every day, even if you're just writing total crap or just stupid things or you're gross, who cares? You know what I mean? Just keep the muscle going. I think that's the trick to preventing it from happening.
Yeah.
Once you're in it, I don't know.
Definitely. Once you're in it and you step out for just a day, it brings it, make it so harder to jump back in. So exactly. All right. What does a day in the life look like for you when you are writing? What are your hours like? Do you like to write in the morning, at night? I write 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is my most productive writing hours.
I'm the opposite. I can start early if I have to. I'm in Oslo where it's cold and dark, and I would prefer not to start at 4 in the morning if I don't have to. But I can if I have the right amount of caffeine. But 4 when I have to. Otherwise, 7:30.
Okay, wow.
I definitely am in my pajamas. I definitely wrap a blanket around me. I definitely take my first cup of coffee is in bed. Second cup of coffee is in the office. And I tend to write until 1. I mean, not really much longer. I don't know anybody who can write for 12 hours.
Oh, no.
Come on.
It's just too much. Also, your body just starts to hurt. You need to move.
So, and then I do the gym. And then the second half of the day is emails and, Zoom calls and all that.
Yeah, and that's all a part of it.
The right balance. But with that, I can write faster if I need to. I can do 12, 14 pages a day if I need to. I don't want to. I prefer to do about 7, 8 pages a day of a script once I have it outlined. That tends to be the good medium for me. So about 7:30 to about 1 of writing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess you outline everything beforehand. You don't kind of fly by the seat of your pants there. Yeah. Yeah, especially with a thriller.
No. Once I can't stand doing a script if I don't feel like my outline is really where it needs to be. So no, I would rather, what's the old adage, you measure twice to cut once?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather
sewing.
25 drafts of an outline so I can do 4 drafts of a script as opposed to the other way around.
Yeah.
So
nice. Yeah.
Okay, so what did you learn in this process that you feel you didn't know before?
I think working with, there's a few things that I learned how to be a better writer, just period. I work with people who were enormously supportive, but who I know well enough and have a trusting enough relationship with that in the kindest, sweetest way, they can say this isn't good enough. And they would say it nicer than that, but you know what I mean? And I felt safe with that. And I'm like, okay, let's make it better, kind of a thing. So I learned how to be a better writer for sure. I learned a lot from our directors. I came to understand that, and I'm only still appreciating in layers just how difficult and complex that job is. I'm understanding how hard it is to be a director when you're not the writer, because actors come to you generally as the director with questions, and you have to know the scripts inside and out. Because if you don't know the answer, you probably feel foolish, or maybe it undermines your authority in some way. So just that level of pressure of being able to understand the material so well that you can answer it as if you wrote it yourself. Being able to talk through emotions with actors. Actors and writers really look at things differently. At least me, anyways. When I'm writing a character, if I'm not going to write about their childhood, I don't think about their childhood. I just think, okay, this is their personality, and now they're in the plot that's going to make them deal with their personality, and we're moving forward, right? That's sort of how writing works. And if I'm not flashing back to their childhood, I don't really think about it necessarily. But for them, it's their job to build a character. So why is this person this way? And what was their childhood like?
Yeah.
Or have they been married before? Have they, all those kinds of things. And even though I'm never going to think of characters that way, because I'm not an actor, being able to have those conversations with actors and understand that that's a really important part of their job, and they can't do their job if they don't think about those things. So it's just about all those conversations with people who are really good at their jobs, whether it's my producers who were great, my directors who were great, or the cast who were great. When you work with people, I know it's corny, but it's true. When you work with people who are so good at their jobs, you can't help but learn from them. So I feel like I learned a bit. I'm never going to be a producer, I'm always going to be an executive producer, but it's not the same thing as being a producer who's giving a writer's note. I'm never going to be that kind of producer, and I'm never going to be a director. I'm never going to be an actor. But I feel like I learned a lot about those jobs from really smart people.
That's awesome. Well, those are all of our questions for you. We're so happy we got to have you on. Is there anything that you want to end on, that you're working on, that you want to talk about or say?
Right now, I'm just enormously excited to see how well All Her Fault is doing. to see the response online. I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok, but I have had the pleasure of scrolling through TikTok and seeing the positive response to the show.
Yeah, that must be so fulfilling. Like, seeing that.
Like, you knew you could go to social media and feel better about yourself. Like, I didn't know that. Like, that's great.
Right?
You know?
I know. I mean, when you can, that's amazing. Soak it in.
Ego boost every day. No, people seem to really love it, and I just care deeply about genuinely entertaining people and giving them a fun story that's really engaging. And for those of you who haven't seen it, I really hope you enjoy it and join everybody else who seems to be.
No, it's such a fun. It's a fun, but like kind of not fun ride because it's about a kid who's been kidnapped.
Well,
but, you know.
but it's a thrilling, like
Thrilling ride.
On the edge of your seat sort of ride that you don't want to miss.
There you go. Perfect.
Yes, and it is all on stream. It's all streaming on Peacock now, so you can go and binge it. And I feel like it's a show you want to binge. Like, you don't want to stop watching and wait week to week.
Me this morning watching it as my eyes open.
That's good.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming and hanging with us, Megan. This was great.
Yeah.
Really,
Thank you
really
so
love it.
much.
We're going to wrap everything up with a Merry Kiss Cliff.
Christine did this one.
I did indeed. All right, Merry Kiss Cliff, the lion, the scarecrow, the tin man.
Oh my god. Okay. Why did that just go into my mind?
What?
Do you think his dick is a corn cob?
Oh, God. I don't know.
How do the parts work if he's a scarecrow?
I don't know.
I need a
But
fan fiction.
He seems to be fully functioning, just made of straw.
So corn cob. Okay. All right. Well, I'm obviously going to marry the scarecrow.
Yeah, I guess me too.
And I'm fucking Cliffing the lion.
Me too.
And I guess I'm going to kiss the Tin Man, even though he's scary.
Me too.
Christy says, look, I've seen weirder books, to be honest.
Oh my God. Yeah, if Fiero's the scarecrow, I mean, I guess in all worlds, scarecrow is the best option for marriage.
Yes.
Yes. Like, I don't want to marry that annoying lion. He's annoying in The Wizard of Oz too. I would just be like, shut up. Stop freaking out. God. He'd be like, ruff, ruff. And I'd be like, ew.
Go away.
Stop doing that. I hate it. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up our show today. Our show is edited by Emma Burton, Vergar, Natasha Polis, Christine Riccio, and Alex Polis. Our music is by Cole Jenkins with vocals by Heather Traska. We are on Instagram. Make sure you're following us at Those Forking Fangirls. And we're on TikTok at Those Forking Fangirls. And of course, YouTube, where you can subscribe and watch the visual show. We are off to go record Fangirl Tea Time. Natasha has a story for you that she said she was going to talk about. I don't remember what it was anymore, but we both have stuff.
It so many times now.
Oh. Well, what story?
The lost adult story.
Wait, I thought you already told that last time.
No, I told it on a Fangirl Hangout session.
But didn't you also tell... You didn't tell it in the episode? What did we talk about last time? Anyway, all right. We'll see you at Fangirl Tea Time, where we'll be talking about other shit happening in our lives and stories. All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Friday. We release episodes every Friday. We'll see you next Friday. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.